Just sending out some texts. Oh, am I not streaming? No, says I'm live. Okay. Give me a minute, just making sure everything's actually working. Alright, just gonna... Alright. I'm just gonna kinda walk to another room, make sure the stream looks okay. I will be back in a minute. Test, test. Test, test. Alright, we're good to go. Kind of working with limited audio, because it's either audio from the TV or audio on a delay. This game is weird. Or it's the emulator. Hey, trash pack. Yeah, got an Elgato. Also ordered a bunch of longer USB cables, but for some reason Amazon is taking longer delivering those, so I'm just kinda stuck the camera at the other end of the room, but I'll still finish Disco Elysium eventually. I'm not gonna, totally drop that. I'm gonna try out some new shit. I think so far, some of these controls feel wonky, but this, I don't know, this is a RetroArch running on a Steam Deck, and it's kind of works perfectly when you're in handheld mode, but sometimes it's a crapshoot. Yeah, I found out the thing with, like, a lot of Elgatos don't really work in Linux, but the HD60X specifically, you just plug it in and it shows up as a webcam. So you can just use it, I guess. doesn't really matter what OS you're on, it'll just work out of the box. Hey Neil. Oh yeah, thanks. This will also, like, so emulation's gonna be, you know, whatever I can get working. But at least this means, like, just running Steam games in general. So I don't, on this I don't have to have a game running on my old ass desktop and have OBS running. It kind of lightens the load. And I could play PC games. I'm still just sitting back on my couch. Just think everything looked okay when I checked it, but just let me know if, you know, there's audio balance problems or anything of that nature. Nope. Did this when I was testing this out. I also walked right past the very obvious secret area. Shit. Let me tell you, yeah. Bonk's Adventure has some level design problems that I think they mostly iron out by Bonk's Revenge. It's a better game, but I've played this one a lot more. I've barely played Bonk 3, or Super Bonk or any of the other ones, but they're all pretty, as far as I can tell, they're all solid. Bonk 3 maybe gets a little bit gimmicky. Everything's all like, they figured out they can make sprites really big, and they just kind of, that's just every later era TurboGrafx game. You want to farm as many lives as you can in the early levels of this game, because it never gets, like, this isn't like a super challenging game, but it gets harder. At some point, if I really go nuts with streaming setup, like I might see if I can actually capture video from a real TurboGrafx, because I got one of those shoved in a closet somewhere. Oh yeah, the California Games hacky sack is one of those things I never figured out how the controls worked. This also means, like, this works well enough, I might even just use this when I play PS5 games. Not even bother with the weird built-in... Actually, I have a kind of a feeling the built-in Sony stuff is a worse quality picture than if I just use a capture device. Okay, look at the VODs, and they look kind of busted. I think what I really would love, though, is I think I need some sort of a mic setup where I'm not... There we go, got the one up. Some sort of a headset mic setup, so I don't have these big headset things on, because it's trying to listen to the audio from my sound bar from this versus it's that, or doing the monitor sound. Shit. Playing games is definitely a lot harder when you're talking. This is not a hard boss. There we go. But yeah, I can get, you know, whatever decent audio out of my sound bar. I can using it in my headset, but then it's gonna have the lag from going to my going the Elgato to my PC, then to my headset. Oh, cool. That is good to know. Yeah, I pretty much, at some point, I somehow accidentally trashed my installation of OBS, like trying to fix some broken packages, but luckily when I reinstalled it, all the settings were still where I had them. I think, unfortunately, that soundboard program, I think, would mess shit up, so I'm gonna have to look around. I think there's some better, like, plugins and stuff for that, but I can't really do a soundboard when I'm across the room from my computer. At some point, I'll get a laptop to do OBS and maybe like a little Stream Deck. I don't even expect to be doing this professionally. It's just, shit's just fun to mess around with. I figure spending like $120 on an Elgato is like, that's just like 2 new games. I'm easily gonna have, I don't know, I'll easily have, I think, as long as it continues to work okay, I'll easily have, 2 games worth of fun out of it, so. Oh yeah. I'm gonna say, unfortunately, I gotta kind of lean over and look at the chat on my tablet. Luckily, the whatever version of the Twitch app is actually is running on it. The chat actually started working. Okay, this mini game, I could use turbo and really cheese it, but then if I do that, it's gonna take like 5 minutes every time I go into it. So this, I'm just gonna try my best, try to get through it quickly. Spin a couple times to slow your vertical speed. Oh yeah, I could also do that with the turbo setting, but you'll see me doing that enough in this game. I don't think this one even has a perfect bonus. There we go. I still haven't tried capturing for my modded PS3, but so far it's been no problems with grabbing Steam Deck or Switch, so. Hopefully I can get the PS3 up and running, so then I get, that's PS1 and 2 games, and I don't have to, I can use the emulator built into that. I don't have to fuck around with whatever they have installed in the whatever the RetroArch version I'm running on this. Should I hold HDMI mod? Yeah, and I'd say not a terrible idea. Depends on are you going to be playing it on an HDMI TV, or are you going to try to get a CRT? I think what I'm going to do for Nintendo 64 games, because I'm definitely at least going to stream some Star Fox, maybe even just, like, it's been done, but I might just play through Mario 64 just because and like Ocarina of Time, just because I like those games. I think what I'm going to do is just get one of the Switch controllers that's shaped like an N64 controller, and can just play the virtual console versions of those. I think also because yeah, I have a small CRT that I think still works okay, but it's like it's cool because it's that authentic, like if you want like just a real crusty signal. Yeah. But yeah, like HDMI mod on the N64 is not a bad idea at all, just because emulation's gotten pretty good on that, but it's still not, not as good as it, like, that's one of the consoles that just never really, it feels weird if you play it if you're not on, like, the original hardware. Sorry, this one. If you land on your head, you don't get anything. Ooh, yeah, 10-year-old Dell monitor. This game, I'm probably going to be beating it today whenever I stream Bonk's Revenge. That's going to be a game I work on, actually. That's going to be like one that it'll take a while to beat, because I've never gotten through it, and it's a little bit, I don't know if I'd say harder, but you can't cheese it nearly as much. Or I just haven't played, this is the only one we had at home as a kid, so this is the one I've actually played enough. You know, I'd pay money to play this game if it was on anything. It was on the Wii Virtual Console, but it's never. Konami needs to like put out all these. Konami's been okay with their collections, but they need to put out. I believe they own all the old Hudson games. Oh yeah, the darker cards, yeah, it's... Oh, some entire heart, can't let that go. Yeah, this game's just full of this is from that era of old games where just tons of just bizarre shit in it, and it's just lots of things that show up for exactly one level and then never again. Yeah, no shit. Oh man, I remember when I was in high school, like basically when Super Nintendo emulators were first like decent. There's an Adventure Island game on Super Nintendo that has RPG elements. It's sort of like I think it might even been, I don't know if it was a Metroidvania or more kind of like, I don't know, like Gargoyle's Quest or something, but I've always been meaning to give that a shot as like an adult, not just like a kid fucking around with ROMs. I always thought like the Adventure Island games, I always thought those games like looked really cool, like design-wise, but never had that much fun playing them. I probably also just haven't put enough time into them too. Like a lot of a lot of those like a lot of those old games, it's like how much you like it is partially dependent on putting enough time to actually, you know, actually get decent at it, and get decent enough at it that like you get to see all the cool, like all the cool parts, and not, you know, not just die in the first level. Like, yeah. Adventure Island, and then the weird relationship between that and Wonder Boy, where some of them are, some of the games, some of the Adventure Island games are just Wonder Boy games with a different protagonist. Some of them are completely new. Then Wonder Boy had like weird spin-offs and slowly became a completely different series. Group of Mario 64. Race. Nice. I think I might have to figure out a better solution for the chat screen. Okay, let's see. Let's say I could put OBS running on my TV, but then I'd be probably fighting lag. Maybe not. I'm kind of it's not. Nah, there's a little bit. Adds a little more lag. Kind of turning my head, looking at my monitor over there. A lot of Bonk's adventure is figuring out where you go through levels to have to just not have to fight things or deal with. It's got a little bit of the Dark Souls in it that way. Oof. And World 2 is for some reason really long, and you go through just a bunch of different environments. This swamp does damage to you. And then another thing I love about Bonk that took me a long time to realize, it's because it wasn't really a thing in America at the time. The little faces you're collecting, I'm pretty sure those are Jack Frost faces because this was coded by, this was made by the, it was made by a lot of the same people as Megami Tensei. I am going to choose to interpret it that Bonk's Adventure is a Shin Megami Tensei game, because I believe the ending of some of the endings of Nocturne imply that you're in a multiverse. So there's no reason Bonk couldn't be in a Persona game. Oh, for sure. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna use save states if I think I'm not actually gonna be able to beat the game. I almost definitely... That probably won't be a problem, but just the general fucking up more because I'm streaming and talking and looking at a chat room. Next. It's like, and this game's also like maybe it's like an hour or two to beat it. It's not. This isn't like. This isn't like, I don't know, Mario World or something where there's 100 levels. Unlike in Mario 1, the enemies stop giving you points after a while, so you can farm for lives, but only to an extent. Yeah. Damn. I think the next area has a heart container, so it'll make things a little bit better. I saw the realization yesterday. If my Wii U is still in working order, I'm definitely gonna get like a wireless Wii sensor bar. Stream the original No More Heroes, and all it's like, running in 480p, where you have to make a jerk-off motion with your Wiimote to recharge. Playing through 3, maybe we'll play 1 and 2 again sometime. And I believe I got rid of a lot of my Wii games, just 'cause I was a little more broke at the time, but I believe I held on to those. It's not cheating to use Turbo because the official TurboGrafx 16 controllers also had turbo switches on them. Because might have actually been a Adventure Island thing. So there's a whole thing. The Master Higgins, I don't remember his original name, but so in Japanese, that's a guy who was like a pro gamer. I think he might have even been like one of the first like pro gamers, and he had a whole thing where it was like he could press the button really fast and like, I can't remember which game it was, ZVS I think, maybe Galaga. Hudson made a turbo controller branded off him, and like Adventure Island, they made it look like him, but then it was like in America, it was just, some random Japanese dude, so they just called him Master Higgins instead. That's TurboGrafx 16, or PC Engine Japan. It was a joint creation between Hudson and NEC. She's doing like a ninja, like a Naruto pose here. When I was a kid playing this on a little tiny blurry TV, I absolutely thought she just had green boobs. Also, it's not as long as World 2, but it's also you go through a bunch of environments. Then World 4 is one really long level. And then World 5 is the bad guy's castle, and it's like you'll see it when I get there. It's cool because it's like you go through like the whole process of going through the castle. Yeah, I love all the all the slightly off English in old video games. It's like another thing in Bonk's Adventure, you gotta press up on anything that looks like it might be a door. And bang your head against walls. That's basically how you get through the late game, is just finding secrets, getting building up lives. So you occasionally get stuck on a hard boss or something, you can just power your way through it. That's also, this game uses like arcade game lives, you just get back up. think you might even continue just in the same spot. definitely having a capture device is just gonna open me to just playing whatever, all the weird-ass games I've gotten obsessed with over the last 40 years. I figured Bonk's Adventure seemed like as good a game to start with as any. You gotta hit them the exact right time or they take priority. Okay. I'm not gonna save state to do this, but if I can get across the bridge... Oh! Yeah. There's definitely like a little bit of controller lag. You're supposed to be able to... You get as far across the bridge as you can, then you jump. Then you spin as far as you can, but you get to skip. You get to skip the whole underwater section of this game. Which, I guess, to be fair, not speed running. I guess that means more content. This is around when the game starts getting a little harder. It never turns into Battletoads or anything, but enemies are a little more aggressive. Those alligators, if you hit them in the wrong spot, they just clamp down on you. You gotta mash buttons to get out. Oh yeah, I just heard about that too. Yep. Bummer. What's the deal with Noam Chomsky? Is that people are reporting him dead, but he's still alive right for now. Sorry to mention other celebrity obituaries. Let's see. I think as weird as I think the Donald Sutherland movie I've seen the most times is almost definitely Animal House. Yeah, this is a real bastard of an ice level. Luckily, it's one level. I think those enemies might show up later in the game, but this is mostly you're pretty much. This isn't Mario where you got a whole world of this, it's just one. Oh yeah, time to kill. I'm trying to think if I've seen... if I've actually seen a time to kill or if I've just heard people talk about them on the internet enough that so I either haven't seen it or haven't seen it since like the 90s. Prime Grisham. So no, I definitely some reason I know I saw The Client when it was in theaters. I think that was a case of like just one of my parents wanted to see it. And it was something to do. But also haven't seen it since it was actually in theaters, so it's like there's a handful of movies I watch over and over, and then there's a ton of movies it's like I saw once decades ago. Might be hidden stuff down there, but I do not feel like dealing with that. Nope. Oh yeah, you'll see, the moon, that I don't know what your level of familiarity is with Bonk, but that comes into play. Which, let's see. It's also definitely gonna stream Fear and Hunger 2 at some point. That's basically a mashup of Majora's Mask and Silent Hill. There's some crazy shit with the moon in that one. Also probably gonna might stream Majora's Mask at some point just because I've never actually beaten that one. So passed on it back when it came out. Never really got into it, but kinda always wanted to. Even if I have to use game facts to get through it. There we go. Yeah, the bosses in Bonk's Revenge are significantly harder. This one you basically just there's either a simple pattern or you basically just bash your head against them as fast as you can before you take too much damage. You know what? This might take a minute, but I'm gonna check this out. Just with those baby pterodactyls, you just wait. I think this is, if I remember correctly, something happens. Possibly I delete, or maybe I delete the mother pterodactyl alive. Okay, yeah, I think I did. I think you leave the mother pterodactyl alive. Oh, shit. Yeah, long enough. If I'm remembering correctly, one of them will grow up and start attacking you. Unless that's something from one of the later games that somehow remember being in this one, which definitely the kind of thing that I misremember. So, my knowledge of TurboGrafx 16 games is pretty good, but there's like, I'm not like I might be thinking of one of the later games in the series. Or it's one of those things that takes, like, you sit still for like 5 minutes or something that I had the patience, the kind of shit you do when you're a kid with, like, that gets 2 games a year. There's somewhere, there's another heart container down here somewhere. I don't want to miss it by just riding the trees. I generally remember where stuff is in this game, but it's not like... It's not photographic memory. Oh, there it is. Okay. My OBS window at the wrong time. Next time I do something that's on an emulator, I'm gonna make sure I fiddle with latency and stuff a little more. Using a PS4 controller, I've had zero problems with like just actual Steam games. Not to blame my tools when I'm just like sucking at a game. This guy's basically the same as the first boss, but faster with an attack that... Oh shit. Okay, I might cheat. I'm cheesing this guy. He barely helps. I think that guy was like the prince of the dinosaurs or something, but this game, there's not stories in the manual and oh, come on. This is the last act, but it's also like either I'm gonna say the longest one, maybe second longest. Oh, come on. That's right. Run really fast when you get invincibility. But yeah, it's like this last level, it's like, yeah, it's challenging, but if you've kind of been paying attention and you know how this game works, there's like power-ups and health everywhere. Oh, shit. Oh yeah, it's no Doki Doki Panic. It's like Doki Doki Panic compared to Mario 2. It's like it has a save, so there's some things that make it a little easier, but you also you can't change characters between levels. You just pick one guy at the beginning. Shit. I could probably I say I could stream Doki Doki Panic. I think Nintendo's one of the companies that's kinda frowns on emulation, even if it's a version of it, even if it's a game that from the 40 years ago or whatever. Oh no, I've beaten Mario 2. I've never beaten the original Doki Doki Panic's it's mostly the same game, but there's a bunch of like little differences and stuff. Like they added a bunch of stuff in Mario 2 to make it easier. Like it's easier, but also like they touched up a lot of the animations and stuff. Oh yeah, Mario 2 is definitely. It's one of the things I don't think of it being a hard game just because there's so many hard games on NES. Oh yeah, the Middle Eastern theming definitely makes more sense in Doki Doki Panic. I recently was watching a bunch of old irate gamer videos, and I got so annoyed that he called Mario 2 a ripoff. That's Doki Doki Panic was made by like Shigeru Miyamoto, Koji Kondo, and like all those the same guys who made Mario. It was a licensed game for like a trade show, so they brought it to America. They stuck Mario characters in it instead, which no one's gonna cannot remember the names of the Doki Doki Panic characters, but like it wouldn't make sense to like release it like that in America. Yeah. I mean, I'm not watching irate gamer videos because they're good, but it's like that's usually if I have a problem with one of his videos, it's just like an opinion. Yep, definitely chill gators. I was gonna say, I wonder if that's a part where I can skip a level, but that's just a cutscene. It's weird to see spikes on the ceiling. You can swim right up against them as long as you don't press the jump button. It's like just hold up, avoid all the enemies. Oh yeah. I wouldn't even have to play I have the TMNT collection on PS5. That's like, it's weird. Some of Konami's like classic game collections are like aren't great, but that's a really good one because you can play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1, and then when you get sick of playing it, you can just turn on like an option that just shows you someone else playing it and beating the game. Oh, god damn it. Oh, I pressed the wrong button and walked right out of... I guess I didn't need I'm almost full health, so I didn't really need the fruit, but I could have used that invincibility. These little secret rooms they weren't like invisible, but they're definitely harder to see on a tiny CRT back in the day. Just gonna take just a quick little break for shit. Sorry. Hold on, there we go. Take a quick break. I'll be back in a minute. I can bring this back. I missed being able to do that when I was just on PS5. I forgot to set it up so the capture audio comes through, unfortunately, but that'll be simple enough to do for the next stream. This game doesn't really play the audio when it's paused anyway. is where it stops fucking around. Shit. These guys do a whole heart. Oh shit, I specifically did not want to die in the acid. Ah, damn. Oh no, I only have 11 lives left. So this castle deck, they really take you on a journey here. Oh shit. Missed the bonus points. You can tell the bonk eating plants because the flower doesn't breathe. All three of those are gonna be... Oh, no, shit. That's about the level of weird lag and slowdown that I remember on the original console, so I'm not gonna put that on anything in my setup. Oh yeah, that's right, this is where they introduced platforming when there was like barely any in the game before. Shit. Okay, this is gonna take me a minute. Oh, phew. Ah, shit. That's exit, but there was a secret here. I think there's some hidden power-ups and stuff, but we want to save it for a second. You walk through this part, then you walk through it again. Not surprisingly. those through the first time through, I think they would have just been gone. Oh, 15 lives. I don't know if I can do this. This is gonna be tough. Now the fifth boss, a car with the powers of the first four bosses. God, if there's anything over here. No. Okay. because they got some real like Castlevania style secrets in this one. This guy's second form. I could just tank this guy. Okay, 13 lives left. We can do this. Oh yeah, I should warn you that this game contained flashing lights. And if you're sensitive to that, you probably shouldn't have watched it. This says probably gonna be it for the stream today, but we can. This definitely is a game. This has some good. This has a really good, retro game credits where it gives you the names of the enemies, all that kind. It's not it doesn't reach the heights of Mario World, but it's probably top 10. I'm gonna say hopefully it also says the names of the people who actually made the game, but video game companies have always been kind of had some questionable labor practices. Say the colors look kind of weird on my TV, but look fine in OBS. I think I might have had HDR turned on and that was doing something weird, but it didn't do anything. Didn't make the game unplayable or look like complete garbage. Just some of the levels the red levels looked way too high. I don't know, maybe not. Okay, maybe not top 10, but still, always gotta appreciate the fucking fake credits in the old games. All the names are probably different set of puns in Japanese, I'm sure. Bayou Billy having a real extra ending, but that's a game I'll play on stream using Game Genie codes just to show it off. It's a challenging game that they made unnecessarily difficult for the American release. My webcam being all the way over at the other end of the room. I did that just because I didn't get ordered an extension cable, but it didn't come in. But I think what I might do, I might leave it there at some point, buy a slightly better camera that's got a tripod, so it's not kind of just at some random ass angle, so I can kind of frame it a little better, but I think I like having kind of the view of me to kind of sitting here playing games over just having a camera straight in my face. Oh yeah, for sure. Nothing wrong with seeing a reaction. I'm not Markiplier doing face acting. Alright, well, yeah, I still gotta work tomorrow. I got today and tomorrow kind of shorter shifts, and then I got a 2-day weekend, then a day where I don't have to go in until 8 p.m. So I'm gonna have a lot of time to stream over the weekend, mess around with new setups. Maybe I'm not gonna say finish Disco Elysium, but probably get a little more, play a little more of that. Kind of a shorter stream today, but it's a full playthrough of a game is always something cool to get done. Hour 36 minutes. Yeah, it's only beat the game in like a little under an hour and a half if you played it before, maybe a little longer if you're new to it. Alright, cool. Thanks for sticking around. VOD's gonna be on Twitch for a little bit, for 2 weeks now. Everything looked like it's working fine technically, so it should be on my YouTube channel after that. Yep, peace.